Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Chain of something. We've only got we've got 4 cards left. I was there 1? Did I forget how many number of cards we have? Really? Well, we're going to move on to the next world. We're going to move on to Atlantica. Because I want to save the other worlds for later, because they look cool. We seem to be underwater. What? Okay. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who sees something wrong with this scene? We are underwater, and we're walking around on the rock as if we were on land. I don't think that's how buoyancy works. You know what it probably was? Why we're like this? I think Sora forgot that you can't breathe underwater. So, I'm going to show off a couple fights, as per usual. And the fights are actually pretty easy in this Atlantica. But, mostly because the enemies are all easy to hit. If they required you to, like, jump into the air every time to hit them, they'd be a little bit difficult. Like, you can't hit them by doing normal attacks. Now, Blizzard, I don't recommend using Blizzard anymore. Blizzard's really... Like that, Donald just missed twice with Blizzard. And Blizzard is really horrible when it comes to attacking. Because it can't hit enemies flying. It only goes forward. So, that's not cool. I think I got one more fight. This looks like we're actually going to get through this episode really fast. So, this is usually how the fights go. They're underwater-based enemies. Underwater world. Makes sense, doesn't it? I'd actually recommend if you can get it. If you can get the spell card, I'd actually recommend using Thunder. I know that sounds really awkward doing Thunder in an underwater area, but trust me, it works. This world's actually really big too. But Thunder works, it's much better. Fire is always good because it targets, it homes in. Quite honestly, I'd like to make a fire-based deck, which I may be working on. The only problem is I need gravity as well, because there's a certain Sleight that, if I remember correctly, it's a Sleight that basically it rains fire down on the enemy. And it's not just any fire, it rains like multiple Firagas. And I need gravity to do that. And for the life of me, I can't find a gravity card. And I know you get it in like as a staple card. You get it as a reward. You don't just randomly come upon it, or you end up getting it in a chest or something. No, you get it as an actual card to a boss fight. But stupid me, I think I sold it either a couple episodes ago or a couple episodes in the future, and I just cannot find a gravity card. So, highly recommend keeping the gravity card, because it will come in handy for a particular boss fight up ahead, which gave me the most trouble in this entire game. Always does, because of how stupid the tactics of the boss is. Or are. Whatever. Grammar. Goofy, can you sing Eye to Eye? That was a song. That was a song from your cartoon. That was a song from Goof Troop. So here we are at the next area. If you guys want a little, like, some recommendations on what world cards to use, or room cards, I'd actually just, like, don't use the ones that power up the Heartless. Like, give them +2 bonuses. That doesn't help you grind. I'd actually recommend using Martial Waking if you're using an attack deck, or like not alchemic, sorceress waking if you're using a magic deck. And then if you need the extra initiative, you can use Strong Initiative. These are green cards. Strong Initiative, you do extra damage when you hit them before you start a fight, or Lasting Daze, which is basically if there are multiple waves of Heartless, it'll make the Heartless, all the Heartless, even in multiple waves, spawn with Daze. Or spawn stunned. And then there's Teeming Darkness is good because of the sheer amount of Heartless in it. Teeming Darkness is actually pretty good. I don't recommend Bottomless Darkness, actually. I think it's Bottomless Darkness. Because the only enemies in it are shadows, and they don't give a lot of experience. Not to mention, shadows are quite possibly the most annoying enemy in this game to fight, because they can sink into the ground, and it doesn't matter if you use a Sleight, magic, item, or an attack card. It does not matter how you try to attack them, they will dodge it. They will dodge every attack. So, using a Sleight deck like mine that centers around Sleight, not Sliding Dash, Sonic, blah blah, it makes it really difficult to fight shadows, actually, because I can move on from one shadow to the next, but the next shadow that I attack could have sunk into the floor, and I would have missed, and I would have wasted the Sleight. And if I use too many Slates, I'll eventually run out of cards. So, that's a thing. Even using Firaga or Blizzaga, they're really, gets really sketchy. So we can go fight Ursula, whoever that is, and I don't recommend using a Sleight deck centered around Sliding Dash for this. I actually would recommend a Sleight deck based around Blitz, which is, I want to say it's different attack cards, 3 different attack type cards, like different Keyblades, that add up to 10 to 15. I think it's that. You can check it in the Slates menu. You go into Edit Deck, or you go into Review Deck, Edit Deck, and then display it. Blitz works really well because it can attack up and down, Whereas the Sonic Dash, or Sonic Blade, I think it is, can only attack horizontally. And it's bound to the ground. And this boss fight doesn't use... the targets that you have to hit are in the air. So, do not recommend Sonic Blade deck. Actually try making a Blitz deck, which would actually cost you less. And try and make them all 15. By now you should also have the Jafar card in your deck, so start out with the Jafar card and then start spamming Blitz. I think it'll do a little bit less than the Sonic Blade, but it shouldn't do too less. It actually shouldn't be all that bad. Now, the reason I use the Sonic Blade instead of Blitz is mostly because I like Sonic Blade more, and it has more powerful cards, so it's not as easy to break as Blitz is when going up against a boss. So I actually switched back to my other deck. I don't know why I just switched back to my other deck that is non-Sleight, the deck that I was using before I made the Sonic Drive deck. And then right there I had to reload because I wanted to make sure that I had a full deck for when I wanted to start attacking. Mickey card, obviously. The Trinity card does that, so... And also be sure to charge up your cards like that, because it really helps. It really does. Donald healing you also really helps. Oh, there's another Mickey card. I think I want to, like, reload. Take this time also to reload your deck like that, because you want to make sure that you can reload it really quick, just in case. Even if you don't get that much damage off, it's always worth it. And she has an 8. And I decided it'd be a good idea to do that. I actually recommend varying the number of cards you have. Don't list them in order like I do. Like 7, 7, 8, or like 6, 6, 6. But, like, I'm not doing too well here. If you want to attack her face, you have to take out all of her tentacles. So that's why I'm not, like, just dodging. You have to attack her tentacles. I can see here that sliding dash would be a problem. And Donald actually did help there. I'm glad he healed. Because I don't think I have cure. I think she's gonna... Yeah, she's gonna do that move. Ariel's actually fairly good, because she can attack targets up in the air like that. I gotta get a 9 card. Or a 0. That works. Card breaking her also helps because it stuns her. And there's the Trinity card. As long as you don't see a card pop up from her, you're good. So that close. We only need a little bit more. Ariel's gonna help. Probably... Yes, she can hit. She can hit him. The boss fight itself can be difficult if you're not leveled properly. I actually found out I'm higher level than the guide that I was using as the level up guide for this. I think she ran out. Yeah. So reload quickly. There it is. Boss fight down. So I think I'm actually over leveled compared to the guide that I'm using. Yeah. Hello. Level up. I don't remember where that's from. Sounds familiar though. So, because we have a new Sleight available, I'm pretty sure we're going to choose this Sleight. Leave a flame, which is not all that useful against bosses because I don't think you're able to stop time. Use stop on bosses. I think they're all immune to it. So I wouldn't bother with it. And it says lethal flame, but it has nothing to do with a fire attack. It doesn't use fire. And I don't think it does fire damage either. I'm actually looking for a particular Sleight called Judgment, which is arrow, keyblade, keyblade. And it's basically a really powerful strike raid. Which would be really good because it allows me to attack from ranged, and it gives me some advantages in against bosses who center around melee. Plus, it's cool. Ah, get it? Hot water? We're in Atlantica? That was a good job. Not really. Yeah, check the areas around. You might find an extra attack card or some Moogle points, because Moogle points! Moogle points! I got a Kingdom Key, I think it's level 1. This boss is the start. If I remember correctly, this boss is the start of everybody's complaints with the difficulty of this game, or this version of the game. As far as I know, the Game Boy Advance version of Kingdom Hearts Chain of whatever is way easier. So let's switch back to our Sleight deck, because this is going to make everything so much easier. And this is why I think Sleight decks are far superior to straight-up attack decks. You will see.
You're... Riku!
I remembered correctly.
What are you doing here?
Not happy to see me? Let me know if I'm getting in the way. You know, of something that's more important.
Huh? I didn't mean that.
Why are you acting like a douche?
Spare the excuses. I bet that you had all but forgotten about me.
Are you crazy? Come on, I came all this way looking for you.
But you're not anymore, right? Now it's only Naminé that you're looking for. You don't care about me, just like you never cared.
That's not true.
At all. About her feelings.
I've just been busy.
I knew it. Never even gave it a thought, did you? Just 'cause you want to see Naminé. Sorry. Doesn't go both ways. Tell you the truth, Naminé doesn't even want to look at your face.
Why not?
You should ask your memories. Why Naminé disappeared from the islands. Remember that. and you'd know.
Did I do something? Is it my fault? Riku.
Go home, Sora. I'll care for Namine. Anyone who goes near her goes through me!
Wow.
What's wrong with you? We're supposed to be friends!
Please, Sora. Since when have you ever cared about me? Namine's not the only one who's sick of looking at you. So am I!
Riku, stop it!
And suddenly everything sucks. Dude, I'm sorry. I was, oh my god, I was busy. I'm sorry. I got Okami. Now, this boss fight normally is actually really difficult. I think. But oh god, we're gonna destroy him. The power of Sonic Blade. Now, I don't recommend using Omni Slash at all because he's gonna break it. Or not! Or Cloud can just be badass and win. I remember him breaking that. Huh. Oh well. We got Arrow.
Oh! Riku! Please wait!
Something's off. I don't remember Riku being that way last time we saw him. I mean, he closed the door and then said to protect Namine. Said to protect Kai.
Riku! Where are you?
How did this appear? Dang it.
Sora, are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Riku, what happened?
Sure was strange. Almost like Ansem was back, controlling Riku again.
But we got rid of Ansem for good.
Then I wonder what is wrong with Riku.
Hold on! The kid! If he's with Riku, he might be in danger. Sora?
I know. You're thinking Riku isn't your friend. But that's just not true.
You sure?
Well, I know he said some awful things to you back there. But you gotta remember, we are in Castle Oblivion. Why, folks lose their memory here a little bit at a time. Riku's probably just forgotten that the two of you were such close friends. That's all.
So he just forgot?
My guess is that's so. But Sora, instead of being sad, we have to figure out a way to help Riku get his memory back. If we all work together, why, we're sure to get you through this. No need to mow.
Jiminy's right. You shouldn't push your friends away.
Yeah. Okay.
Sora, do you remember our very first promise?
Huh?
Always smile. That was the promise we made to each other the first time we met. We promised to never forget to keep smiling.
Is that
You're
how
right.
it went? Huh. But wouldn't that assume that Riku's memory of Sora being his friend wouldn't be as treasured as the fights they had? And if that's the case, then that's wrong. Then again, we don't really know how long Riku's been here, so he may have gone up farther and lost more of his memories. I don't know. Something seems off about it, but I can't really put my finger on it. Regardless, all we can really do is keep going through the worlds of Castle Oblivion and trekking forward. So, I'll see you all on the next episode of Kingdom Hearts: Chain of